Hello, everyone. My name is Dami Paul. Let me quickly say one or two things about Asake and his father. Most times we people don't understand situation of things. Hence, we just say what we think is right, and most times it might not be right. I can actually come into this matter because I have been in Ashake's shoe and I understand perfectly what his anger is all about. I have been there. Because I'm a spiritualist, I'm a prophet, I understand things very well, like from point A to point B, from the place of the spiritual and from the physical. So I am going to be saying this in the spiritual, and I'm also going to be talking to some of us that we just judge things without understanding what we should talk about. There are a lot of us like that we just judge matters and we do not really understand how to judge it. Now, here is it. Let's first of all talk about God. God, the relationship of God with us whenever He wants to make us great. Now, if you take note of people like Abraham, people like David, people like Joseph, a whole lot of them that I can mention, you will see that when God wants to start the journey of their greatness, there is a disassociation. Like God removed them from a particular company. Like Abraham, God said, leave your father's house. That simply means if God is going to bless him, He won't be able to bless him if he remains in his father's house. You know why? Because there are some curses that you can inherit from your father. There are some things you can inherit that can stop the greatness of God. Peradventure, maybe God has plans for you. Yes, you're a good guy. God has a lot of things for you. And it doesn't really matter if you're good or not good once you have that destiny, And the God sees that the curses in your father's house or over your father, or there are some things that are so spiritual that will affect you. God will disassociate you from that man or from that woman. So something will just happen, like God hardened the heart of Pharaoh. The same thing, the same process will happen. We harden the heart of your father, especially when you do not want to go willingly, because not everyone has the privilege to hear from God, like Abraham, when God said, leave your father's house. Now that's point one. Point two, look at Joseph. Before God could take him to the place that He has planned for him, He took him away from his brothers. But inasmuch he remained in the council of his brothers, there is no way he's going to prosper. So God took him out of that place. Same thing like David. David was ordained to be a king. He was not inaugurated until after 15 years. So everything was slowed down. He was living in the jungle. He left his father, his brothers, because it's not going to be good for him. Of course, Saul will eventually track him down and kill him. So because of that, he was able to fulfill destiny. So number one, first of all, see it, Asake. I don't know if you're going to see this video. First of all, see it as your destiny, as the pre-planned or the plans of God. That He do not want, because I'm very sure if your father is glorious and then nothing stop his glory, he won't come out begging. So definitely, your father is a singer, but at the end of the day, you have to come out to start begging for money. It simply means there is a battle, that is a foundation that is not right in his family, in his household, in where he came from. That is something that is not right. That can eventually affect you as well. But God took you out so that it won't affect you. How would you feel if you are your father now and you are now begging people to bless you? You are talented, you can sing, people help me please, and that, How would you feel? But God did not want that to happen to you. So He took you out. He hardened the heart of your father. I am not sure if He took care of you or not. But I'm so sure that I know before, because you are very rich, so before you could do this, definitely it is a matter of Him ignoring you when you need Him most. You understand? So, first of all, see it as the plan of God for you to be glorious. One of my sisters said to me one day, I said, I am very angry because my father is not in my life. When I needed him most, I did not find him. He was nothing. The education, he was not there for me in any ramification. And my sister said something. He said, well, my brother, you are right. We live with our father. We lived with him for a very, very long time. But what are we today compared to what God has done for you? So just know it that it is the purpose of God for you to get to where you are today. So if that is the case, then you don't have anything to get angry about. It is the doings of God for you to get here today. Asake, I can tell you boldly, without any apology, that if your father has stepped in into your life, you won't become what you became today. Or do you think you could have become much greater than this? Don't joke. Stop playing. It doesn't work like that. If your father is in your life, he will have said, no, my son, I want you to be an accountant. I want you to be a banker. and it could have limited your life. Do you understand? So that is point A. That's my spiritual advice for you. See it as the doings of God, as the plans of God for you to get to where you are today. So don't take it as anything. See it as one of those things. Appreciate God, and now do the needful. When it comes to my turn, a lot of people start pleading, they start talking to me. And to God be the glory. Before he died, I did my part. Whatever they call me to do, I try my best to do some of it, if not most of it. So that is that.